we are so glad that you are with us. We are just diving into the holiday. I still can't believe we're talking about holidays, but really, if you count down, there's really only 6 weeks to Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And
we're halfway through October, basically.
I know. And then 10 weeks really to
Christmas.
Yeah. And so, right now is the time to make a plan.
Exactly.
So you don't get into the thick of it and then go, oh no.
Right. Otherwise it feels like the race is on.
Yeah. And it catches up with you very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
So tonight, we talked about making a plan for your Christmas holiday a couple weeks ago. Tonight, we're going to talk about the other side. We're going to talk about kind of the pressure and the guilt that comes with this time of year. And if you're like me, sometimes that can be pretty darn heavy. And with the parties and the shopping and the keeping up with the Joneses and all of the things, it just feels like you're trying to keep up and you're trying to, do what's right, but sometimes it just avalanches and snowballs on you.
But the problem can be other people's expectations, right?
Oh, 100%. 100%. Sometimes the expectations you're trying to live up to either aren't realistic or are not your own.
Right.
So drop us an emoji if you've ever felt this way. Really, this time is supposed to be about generosity and love and joy and peace. And, taking a breath, but sometimes
gifts.
It's true. Generosity.
Yeah. That's a different special category of generosity.
And so, but sometimes it feels like it's about rush and busy and stress and migraine headaches.
Yes. And overstretching your budget potentially.
Exactly.
Yes.
So, for me in particular, before we merged our households, I came from a lovely tradition where this time of year was a time of year to go over the top. And I think I've shared with you this before. There was a time where, that was reasonably within my budget and I could keep up with that. But after my divorce and I was a single mom, I felt like I had to keep doing that, even though I couldn't afford it.
So not Festivus.
It was not Festivus.
Okay, good.
No, even though my son really wants to celebrate Festivus.
I know, he's into that metal pole.
Yeah.
Maybe not the feats of strength, though.
No, definitely not the feats of strength.
Or the airing of grievances.
He definitely does that all the time.
I know, right? He doesn't need a special day for that.
And so I would do matching pajamas and big meals and perfect gifts and all of that. And really, at the end of it, I was a big pile of mush. And so it really wasn't, joyful for me. It probably was for everybody else.
Yeah.
Right. But, the whole idea is that we all have a joyful, peaceful holiday. And honestly, it was just exhausting. And I would spend between Christmas and New Year's sleeping and recovering, if that.
Right.
And then, enter into the new year, not necessarily refreshed, but.
And maybe even avoiding the bank balance, right?
Right.
Or the credit card statement.
Yeah. And so one of the things I appreciate about what we do now is, not only are we talking about it now, but we've been talking about it all year round. And so when we get to the point where we're ready to buy gifts for our kids, this is like, let's go.
Right.
This is fun.
Yeah.
And so there's not the pressure. There's not the guilt. We have a clear plan. We're on the same page. Nobody, there's no surprises. And so it's one of those things that I feel good about it because I've kind of come full circle, is like, we've established our own expectations.
Right.
And,
and we're living within our own plan.